A whole team of man of matches there, Stevie.
Deserve our point. No, we deserve our point. We were. I didn't think there was much in the game. I thought it was two teams going at each other. I think we both had spells in the game. I thought Falkirk had a spell just before half time. And then I thought we were the better side at the start of the second half. We scored a goal, I thought deservedly, the equaliser. And I thought we looked as if we were maybe going to nip a second. They've just, their defender, I don't know who's put it out of the bar, great defending. For another great Ryan Thomson ball. And then Falkirk, had that wee spell just towards the end where they threw everything at us. But Max Curry's not really had a save to make in the full game, and I thought my back four, my two centre backs were excellent. You threw the full team. I thought my spine of my team was great. And Joe Victoria second half, showed why we brought him back, because he just flashes of magic.
A real kind of energetic shift from the team as well. I mean, obviously a lot of people would have thought the last 20 minutes Falkirk being full time maybe would have stretched Stranraer a wee bit, but everyone kind of stuck to their guns and stuck to their task.
I think the one thing that we are just now is we're a unit where I've got everybody back now, and I think you look at the Rangers game, you look at last week's performance, you look at this week's performance, and I think that what we are is we're hard not to crack now without the ball. Defensively we're really good. We look a good structure. We're not getting carried away, but it's 4 unbeaten. People say we've no won, but I've just said to them in there, don't worry about the wins, because the wins will come. In my belief, the wins will come at the right time of the season. Because if we keep playing like that, then wins have got to come. Because we look as if we're a wee bit of a different animal now. And I think in the earlier part of the season we were too easy to play against at times. I don't think we're easy to play against any longer. I think the last 4 or 5 games we've also looked a threat up the top end of the pitch. I mean, Ryan Thomson, he does what he does today. I mean, everybody sees it, and you can hear even people saying it when he twists and turns, and some of the passes that he plays and nearly gets there as well. And he makes such a difference to us, and I thought Ryan Thomson worked a real shift up there as well today. So I'm delighted with each and every one of them.
You mentioned before Christmas about perhaps needing to be more streetwise. I thought there was a bit more streetwise, a bit more nastiness and kind of working the defenders up front.
There was. I mean, the one thing about Falkirk, I went and watched them on Tuesday night, and their centre backs like to step into the game and play diagonal passes at times, and we didn't allow them to do that today. That's why we purposely went with the two up the top today. We thought the physical presence up there would cause, regardless of what two centre backs Falkirk played, it would cause them a problem and restrict them from doing that. And they never stepped into the game once today. We didn't allow them to do that. We pinned them back at times, and our press was really good first half. And we sat off at second half a wee bit more. We spoke about that, and then we went and countered, I thought, really, really well in the wide areas with Joe Victoria in particular. So in terms of the way we wanted to play, we can't ask for much more.
A good result, particularly with the way the squad was in terms of how stretched it was with maybe 3 or 4 people missing.
Was that? I mean, the starting 11 today, and then you had obviously Jinky on the bench, and who's coming back. People maybe say, I just think Jinky the wee dip. I think we've got to understand that James Hilton came in and has done magnificent for me, but he'd never played a lot of league football, and he played it all at once and scored us some goals. But we just felt he had a wee dip in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and just in training, I said to him on Thursday night, I can just see him coming back again. I can see the spark coming back. So that's what you sometimes do with young players. And so he's back, and he's ready, and he's fit, and hopefully Andy Stirling will be back next week. Denny Johnson's back next week, and then we've got 3 lads for the South of Scotland team, that are there in training with us every week now. So the squad's okay. The squad's okay, and if we can keep people fit and free for injuries, then there's a lot of football to be played yet.